And yeah, so my name's Ewan McCash. I'm an oyster farmer. I'm actually in my office right now down under in Australia. On our farm, we grow Sydney Rock oysters as well as Pacific oysters. I have maybe 6 full-time employees on the farm, and we'll be producing more than 1.5 million oysters this coming season. But I'm here to talk about Smart Oysters. And I founded, and if you're not familiar with Smart Oysters, it is basically Google Maps for your farm. It's an application for your phone for recording your farm operations, and there's just some huge benefits in doing that. So I won't show the actual app here at the moment. I'm going to show a dashboard video in a minute because that's one of our new features that we've just launched. But if you think of a Google map, what we do is we map your farm, so your lease lines, your leases, your patches, your patches on your leases, or your cage lines, etc. And then you use the app to actually, record your stock movements and schedule tasks. So we also map your other equipment, other operational equipment like graders, punts, anything that you need to, schedule services on. Record information, repairs and maintenance, etc. So what we find in the real benefits of Smart, why did I create Smart Oysters? What's that? So I've used for a decade, I used a database system to actually manage my farm, and it didn't work, and what the key to Smart Oysters is, the real thinking behind Smart Oysters is like, how do you capture all the stuff that's in a farmer's head? It's not just about recording your stock inventory. It's about understanding what you need to do and when you need to do it on your farm. And the reality is that every farm has some unique farm practice. And so with Smart Oysters, the aim is that you get it out of your head, and you're able to share that information with other people, and expand your farm, but mostly have a peace of mind. So the biggest benefit is having peace of mind. You don't need to remember everything. You don't remember what everything is or what to do next. You stop after you've deployed some oysters or done some sort of biofouling activity, and you record that and forget about it. So the other main benefit we're seeing from Smart Oysters is actually the time saving that farmers are getting is the time saving farmers are getting is actually from not having to talk about what they just did. So even on my farm, I think we've probably saved hours a week, where we used to always talk about, what did you do? Where did you put those oysters? Did you do that, etc. So now we don't do that. We stop, we record it straight in the app, and really the conversations about what's happening next, or even how good was the surf on the weekend. So the huge benefit in using Smart Oysters application from the beginning, not to mention the dashboard. So while you're using the app, while you're just navigating around your farm, scheduling tasks, recording stock inventory, the application is actually collecting a whole lot of data. So what I'm going to do is just share a video on the dashboard, which I'll do now, and then I'll have another chat about what else is coming up on our product roadmap. Just give me one moment. Get this one up. Just Connie, tell me if that's not working.
Good.
Hi there. Smart Oysters is excited to be sharing with you our next generation dashboard. All of your farm's data is now live and is displayed in real time. When you log into your farm's dashboard, you will land on the Farm Overview page. This is a high-level snapshot of your farm. Here, you can view things like the total value of your inventory, the number of bags you have, and the amount of oysters under your control. We can see an overview of what requires our attention, as well as percentages of gear in use, and even how much of our farm is being utilized. We've also included an activity feed, so we can stay on top of what is happening across the team as it happens. Our stock finder is easier to use and more accurate than ever. Search and find what you're looking for by crop names, lease locations, gear being used, size, and even states such as when a crop is ready for sale. We've also attributed values so you have a dollar amount snapshot of the oysters that you're looking for. Easily find free space on the leases and maximize usage with the Space Finder. Search your entire farm and find those gaps with just a few clicks. Now, you and your crew know exactly where they are taking the stock before they even get on the water. Know what maintenance tasks are needed on the farm with the maintenance page. You can sort and view tasks by their state, who was assigned, urgency level, and location. This comes in handy when planning and managing your farm maintenance workload. We can see exactly what is required and make fact-based decisions safe in the knowledge that nothing's been forgotten. Remember, we want to work smarter, not harder. Never miss another flip or dry with a biofouling page. Quickly view things like what is ready to be flipped now, or what is coming up in the following week. Know exactly what gear you have and how much of it is in use with a gear inventory page. No more will you need to run around frantically looking for and counting bags to make sure you have enough for the next delivery of seed or spat. We've also included a user activity feed in our new release. Easily get a snapshot of who's doing what and where they are doing it. Over the coming weeks, you'll see us introducing even more features and updates. Remember, if you would like a personal or more in-depth tour of our new dashboard, please feel free to contact us. We're always happy to help.
Happy to help. I'll just stop sharing. Yeah, so that was our new dashboard. We're pretty excited about that. You probably noticed that it's, well, the main feature of it is real time. So it's actually updating in real time as you're updating your app, as you navigate around your farm. You can see that there's a feed there. So I don't spend much of my time anymore on the farm. I'm in the office, I'm working on Smart Oysters. So even for me to feel like I'm still connected to the farm or what's going on, it's fantastic to be able to have a glance at the dashboard and not only see my stock inventory and the value, but also just see that real-time activity feed of the guys out there doing what they do, seeing them drop, flip baskets or deploy oysters. So really awesome way to stay connected with your farm as you grow your farm. So I'm just going to look over here actually, and I'll talk about the product roadmap. We've got a heap of stuff coming up. You may not know, but Smart Oysters recently raised about $1 million US dollars. When that means I can actually expand the team and we can actually start moving a lot quicker with some of these developments. But the main thing I'm quite excited about is actually farm performance. So because I'll just check my time. Because we
have about 1 minute left.
1 minute, okay, real quick. So farm performance is the next thing on our roadmap, and that's really giving farmers a better understanding of how their farm's performing. So how many baskets are you handling in a week? How many oysters can you handle a week? That's super important from decision-making point of view. If you get a fouling event, barnacles, etc., you understand how quickly you could keep that in control, or what sort of labor, how many people you might have to bring on to actually fix up a problem. Beyond that, we were looking at sales, modeling and forecasts. And then a big one is cost activity reporting. The main cost to, oysters being so sustainable, your main cost is actually your labor and understanding, the work you're doing on the farm. So we're going to actually start introducing cost activity reporting. So you'll actually get an understanding of when, how much work you're putting into each crop of oysters and when it might be actually starting to cost you money to hold those oysters. So again, how do we help you make better farm decisions easier, but without you actually having to do anything more than what you do already, which is farming and doing a great job of it. So right before I go, Smart Oysters does have a deal on at the moment. So we're offering 50% off the first 3 months of a subscription if you want to sign up. And also if you sign up in the next few weeks and you mention the Pacific Coast Shellfish Growers Association, I'll send you a free hat. So yeah. And thanks, Connie. You guys do a great job. So